What inspired you to do what you do with the jewelry?
For this show, it was under the sea theme, so I was kind of went back to old legends, and I wanted to look at pieces in legends and try and find a story that would explain what the pieces look like, so I can actually get my own impression of what my designs. Like for instance, one of the bracelets is a kumikwa, so it says the kumikwa had suckers, it had a big face, had fins all around its face, big fish eyes and lips, so I kind of wanted to take my own vision of what that was. But it was neat because then I started seeing in books why they did this and why they did that. All the legends explain why they did all these things, right? So for this show, I kind of went through more from legends and then tried to focus on trying to come up with something unique because nobody does reprise. Not too many guys do reprise from where we come from. So I was trying to make something just unique and different that nobody's really seen before with jewelry and with reprise and in our culture, right?
So talking about repose, how do you learn to do it?
Reprise I learned mainly from Randy Cook. He's my mentor. He's taught me everything from silver, shaping metal, and sculpting and stuff like that. He took courses. He went to see Valentine and learned in New York, and went to Italy to take a couple classes. Then he came back and taught me, basically translated what they learned there into our designs and our culture, and then I basically learned from him from straight doing our designs with reprise rather than learning the contemporary designs than ours. I did pretty much strictly West Coast designs from our culture and whatnot about 3 years ago, I guess now.
Now another question is, why repose for you?
It was kind of Randy's idea, I guess, at first, because I went to him. I was kind of in between jobs, and then I was just kind of just went to him for help, and it was more of a fun thing at first. Kind of just fell in love with it, and it's so unique, nobody does it. I thought, why not take something that nobody does, like wood, or you look at wood or engraving for jewelry. There's like thousands of artists, like literally, right? So, but for reprise, you can name maybe 5-10 guys that are doing it really well, right? Like there's a lot of guys trying it, but it takes a bit of getting used to it, right? Like it was probably a year or so into it before I was actually happy with my own work, right? Because so much time goes into it, you really got to learn how to do it, right? Properly, right?
And my last question, are you working on something else right now?
Yeah, I'm always working on orders. I generally try to keep a big piece. This show is mainly jewelry, but I also do big sculptural rattles, headdresses, mask, full-size sterling silver masks in copper, all inlaid. General pieces. Klingets were the first ones to trying to do reprise and stuff like 100 years ago, and it kind of disappeared, and then now that's what I'm referring to in my stuff, is trying to find history of us shaping metal and that, and that's mainly the Klingets are all you can find, and there's very few pieces. So what I want to do is replicate some of them and then also create some new pieces, like larger pieces, what I'm more trying to direct myself towards, right? Like jewelry's fun, but I like the big stuff because it's so unique, right? I love it.
Who's Gus Cook?
Yeah.
So he starts with a single strip of silver, repoussé, it's called.
Fabulous. Oh, I love the shell earrings.